turn 1, Chalice for 1. Keep. I'm starting off with 17, 4, Wish, and 3. No, it's 18, 4 Wish, and 3. 3 Tutor. Got on Snarky. These were good. Windswept Heath. Interesting. I probably want to play out a bunch of this fast mana then. Land would be ideal here. So Mox Opal. Alright. His hand makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, so not quite enough to turn 1. I'm gonna go ahead and play these fast manas out first here, so we can play through a Spell Pierce. I'm pretty sure you have to be logged in through the browser, Burning Piggy. And then you just click the subscribe button in the corner. There's a free option. I'm not sure that you could do it for mobile. And then pass the turn. Glimmer Post. Okay. Dank Depths. Is Depths something I want to play? I feel like it's not, right? Oh, I guess I get to go off next turn regardless. Yeah, it could be Blue-Green Post. Big Modern Tournament Saturday, and I don't know what to play since Tridzel I've been playing lately, but I want to change. I want to play Amulet. Maybe I should just play... I think Grixis, Shadow, Red Green Valakut are great decks. I don't know about that other one. I'm just going to play this. I have 3, and I have 5 mana next turn anyway, so I might as well make my land drop. This way, if our Ad Nauseam gets countered or something like that, we can have a backup plan with this. I suppose I don't have a deterministic kill here because there's currently 15 total converted mana cost worth of cards in my deck. I can get one with this though, right? So there's 4 wishes plus these, which is 18 converted mana cost to start, and then we have 15 out. So I can't use this Ancient Tomb. I can't use this Ancient Tomb, so let's do this, and then do this. Keep this one, this. Black, black, pop, pop, cast. Alright. I did not see a 5-color shadow list on Twitter. Did you DM it to me? Did my DMs not pop up? Oh, it's under requests. No, that's just Sky Flash. It's someone else, probably. Alright, so now I get to draw my entire deck. I'm not really worried about my opponent playing a burn spell here. So we'll be at 1 at the end of all of this. No, don't more. Start playing this stuff out. I haven't played a land yet, right? So I can play Urborg as mana. That way this can make mana even. This. Just to keep the new one. Alright, what am I doing here? There's a Zuran Orb in here somewhere, right? Just in case I need some health. Yep, opponent playing one of them slow dirtily decks. I'm trying to kill them. I guess they might have some lands in their hand, right? So maybe I should hold some of these lands. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 29 lands, I believe. That's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's 23 lands in my hand. I need to discard 9 lands. So I'll have 14 extras right now. So I can play this out, no problem. Let's do this. Do this. Do this for blue. More Mox Opals in here, right? I want to just get the maximum amount of mana in play here, because ideally I want to be able to Cunning Wish for a Flusterstorm as well here, in case something goes sideways that way. Would love to use Cunning Wish's ability. Lightning Storm. Like to tap this for red, and this for red, and this for black. And like to Lightning Storm you, holding priority. Like to activate my Lightning Storm once. I would like to activate my Lightning Storm twice. And activate this 9 times here. And our opponent will die. It's good, clean, fair magic here. What kind of cards they bring in post board? Probably lock pieces. This is probably a matchup I want to bring in the extra engineered explosives for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 1 too many. Each of these triggers makes Lightning Storm do 2 extra. Nope, still targeting you. I'm getting modern day or only legacy. I don't know. Depends on how long I stream for this morning. Which is going to be variable depending on when the kids wake up. And when they start being loud. Declan's still sleeping, Jake is being good. Are we finally conceding? Alright. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. Ip cheerio, mate. Hey, Rude Kaiser with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Subs are one of the best way you could support my content here, so welcome. It's probably not a Tabernacle matchup. Maze probably isn't terrible. Yeah, Future Sight has a lot of, or Cold Snap. Future Sight, Cold Snap, those sets have a lot of strange templates. I don't know exactly what our opponent's doing. Looks like some kind of 12 post type thing. Probably wants its extra engineered explosives. There might be a chance I want these Walking Ballistas just because they could have hate bears of some sort with the Heath. If they're a counterspell deck, I want these Flusterstorms, but I don't know that they're a counterspell deck. It could be like blue-green post. Do I want to hedge and bring in Flusterstorm? I think I do. I think think I'm just gonna bring it at Engineered Explosives, probably over this Walking Ballista. Jeskai Ascendancy? Probably. I'd have to see it, Squishy. This could be a Flusterstorm matchup. It could be that I want Flusterstorm. I'm gonna submit. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and then we're gonna play a second game. Don't go anywhere. All right, Chair. Thanks for holding down the fort. What does this hand do? Decided to pick up Tron. I was wondering if it's relatively easy or a hard deck to pick up. It's not too terrible. The biggest thing to know about Tron is you just need to mulligan aggressively. You can check the replay on my YouTube channel to check out how it was bombardmented for yourself to judge. And it just doesn't do anything, right? Like it's got like a Tolaria West and some mana, but like it doesn't have a tutor, it doesn't have a Cunning Wish, so yeah, I think we play Catch and Release. There's no Chalice of the Void. This hand combos on 3, right? So probably fine. This makes me combo on 2, right? I get to go Depths, Stage, Petal, combo. Yeah, seems fine. Probably ditch this Ancient Tomb to the Mox Diamond. Okay, they're playing green-white. I assume there's Hate Bears in their board. Do this. Something to think about is that they definitely have access to Karakas in their 75. So wouldn't be too surprised if we see them go for that. Especially with this expedition map here. Yep. Playing these out aggressively, again, in case my opponent is a Thalia. Yep. That's annoying too. I'm going to 21 is relevant against my 2020. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond is not a bad draw. This means if they threaten a Karakas, we can oh, I guess I can't just get them even, right? Because like they'll be able to get Karakas the following turn. It's probably a Karakas, right? Yep. Alright, so now we're waiting on a tutor or a Wasteland. Manual moding this. Awesome, Squishy. I'll check it after the stream. Waiting on something that lets us transmute. Yep. Again, this, for those that aren't familiar with Legacy, this can return legendary creatures to their owner's hand, and the Merit Leech token here will be legendary, so no reason to go for this aggressively. Hey, yep. Well, unfortunately, we haven't found any action yet. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have up to 7 mana this turn. Yeah, 7. Probably start seeing Primeval Titans hit the board. Yep. Morning, Janso. Alright, so we're just hoping to rip a Cunning Wish or a Tutor here, right? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so plenty of mana here. Yeah, we're gonna need to hit it like right now, right? Because they've got infinite mana for next turn. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually, this makes a mana for every Cloud Post in play, right? Each locust on the battlefield. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and copy that. I'm gonna have extra mana next turn. Engineered Explosives. That is probably not going to do it. All right, we'll pass. We'll pass back here, but I assume we're going to die to an Emrakul or something here. We just kind of dirtled around it and didn't hit anything. Had Fast Depths combo. They had Karakas. Stop it. Bad Primeval Titan. Oh, I wonder if they can just gain enough health that we can't kill them with Lightning Storm. That's probably real, right? 28? Yeah, that's probably a thing. How much damage can we deal? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 22 lands in my deck. That's 3 plus, I can deal 44 technically. You just play something scary, so yeah. There we go. Could be an Emrakul. It's gonna be an Emrakul. Opponent didn't do anything last game. We didn't do anything this game. You know, details. There's the Tolaria West. That wouldn't have done anything, right? Yeah, I think so, Ben. I'm not sure how much I'm going to play over the next few days of Hex while we wait for the ladder season to finish. Do I want these Slaughter Pacts? Probably not. Probably doesn't do much. Keeping the 1's probably fine. Yeah, I'm going to run it back. I think our goal here is the fast storm kill, ideally. I really hate limited, Dwight. I mean, correct, but they were getting an Emrakul and casting it that turn, so that didn't really matter. We weren't going to get another turn. I would like to play first. It doesn't really do anything, right? It's only got 1 piece of mana, kinda. Tempted to keep this because of the Wasteland. I feel like that's probably not good enough. Chalice. Next turn. Yeah, that's probably fine. Do I want to play this out is a question. I don't think I do. I want to hold that to transmute. Opponent gets a turn to play a map, which kind of sucks. Pithing Needle. That's annoying. Yep. Yep. Alright, well, combo's off the table. Alright, so we're just waiting on a Cunning Wish then? Again, just playing these out because I want to play around like Athalia or Sphere Effect. That's unfortunate. It's mostly unfortunate because it's going to kill me. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty dead. The problem here is that my opponent is going to put our life total under a point where we can successfully Ad Nauseam combo them. Alright. I'm casting this and discarding this Dark Depths. I could manual mode the Dark Depths. Remember, I'm going to need to pay a black next turn, and I'd rather use this as a permanent black source rather than crack this. Okay. Kill my Mox Diamond. Chalice for one, sure. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, what's the word I'm searching for? We have to pay for Pact this turn. Like, if we rip a Wish... Uh-oh. We're just dead. Just dead. It's a pretty good one. So, a little bit of a tough mulligan in that third game. Second game just couldn't beat the Karakas, and then never saw the other half of our deck, which happens sometimes. One of the things about this configuration of the deck is it doesn't have any, like, redraws in it. Like, we're not playing, like, Ancestral Visions like the Hexmage version is playing, so it doesn't really have a way to, like, generate some, like, mid-game velocity. So we're just kind of waiting on drawing one of our 7 cards in that second game. And we had, like, what, like 5 or 6 draw steps to hit one of these cards to kill them. And it just never happened. They're able to dirtle on up into a Primeval Titan. No, for those that don't know why we're conceding, Null Rod is a colorless Stony Silence that would turn off all of our artifact mana, which means that even if we ripped the thing we needed, we wouldn't have had the mana to do it. This hand doesn't really do anything. It does, like, Ancient Tomb Walking Ballista. That's probably not good enough. That's probably fine. Let's try it. see what we have going on here. Do you want to play Ancient Tomb Walking Ballista? I'm actually going to wait a turn. I'm going to go Underground Sea Pass, I think. I feel a little bit bad if they play like a Thoughtseize or something, but it is. Remember, our health total is precious in this deck because we want to keep our health total high so we can actually combo them with Ad Nauseam when we draw it. See what our opponent's playing here. Bloodstained Mire. Could be a few different things. Statistically, probably Black-Red Reanimator. Well, now I'm just playing this, right? And then I can end step, Cunning Wish, untap, land, petal, Ad Nauseam you. This also, if my opponent's playing like red-black Reanimator, I have a Surgical Extraction in my board, I believe. I have that in this configuration? I do. I also get Mindbreak Trap if they're playing Storm. Thoughtseize targeting me. Sure. Assume we're going to lose Cunning Wish here. Looks like red-black Reanimator. It actually makes this Tolaria West pretty good. This Tolaria West can go get a Karakas or go get a Maze of Ith, depending on what our opponent's doing. I'm gonna play this out just in case they like flop a Sire of Insanity into play here. Here, a bunch of Tormod Crypts in our sideboard for this matchup as well. Faith Looting, sure. See which boom they put into play. Just Chancellor, yep. Animate Dead or Exhume here. Yep. You have 5/6. Mox Opal. Alright, so what am I doing here? This technically makes mana, right? Because I have this. So I think I'm doing this, and then blue, blue, and then we'll transmute this. Go get Maze of Ith. That way this thing can't kill me. Use my floating mana to cast this, because remember, this makes me pay 1 for things. Would like to pay 1, thank you. So now we've got this dork on lock. We can start putting counters on this, assuming they do nothing for a while. Ideal draws would just be like runner stage, runner depths. And like something to think about here, like one of the things I'm thinking about this configuration is like, how does this Infernal Tutor compare to if I was playing the build with Hex Mage? Like if this was a Hex Mage, I'd only need to draw Dark Depths here to have lethal. So definitely things to think about. I suppose I could technically cast this and go get anything, right? Whatever I want. Doesn't really do much though, right? I think I just hold on to this for now. Because like getting a stage or a depths isn't very appealing. If I draw one, I can then tutor for the other. I think the Cunning Wish combo is probably off the table for this game. So I think that means I'm gonna go ahead and start pumping mana into this. Like taking, do I want to take 2 to put a counter on this? Do I want to take 2 to put a counter on this? Probably not. Yeah, that's probably true. LED, sure. I guess if I took 2 to put a counter on this enough times, I could start attacking through this Chancellor, so maybe that's worthwhile. It also like cuts them off of Reanimate. Maybe I want to do that. I have to put 4 counters on it, so I have to go to 8 to make that happen. Is that worthwhile? Yeah, it probably is. No, that's not what I want to do. First one. Alright, there's Dark Depths. Do this, and then, oop. Look at Thespian stage. Next turn we can make it 2020. Spare Deck is a physical deck rental service. They don't do Magic Online cards, so they mail you physical Magic the Gathering cards. Do I want to transmute this for like a Slaughter Pact here? Yeah, I probably do, right? No, we kill them next turn. All the sites I've seen that rent Magic Online cards charge an astronomical amount to do so. Ooh, that's scary. That's scary. I don't understand, right? Hey, that's a Gristlebrand in their bin. It's a Gristlebrand. Transmute is an activated ability, so you can in fact Pithing Needle Tolaria West to disable it from happening. I was just supposed to get Karakas. Nah, I think I'm supposed to try push lethal here, right? I like have to have finally hit Entomb and have an animate dead. Yep. We're trying to dodge Tidespout Tyrant here. Although I guess they hit Entomb Exhume, right? Like, if they have Tidespout Tyrant in their main deck, this gets any card, right? No, alright. Slaughter Pact to this in response. So I'll have to pay for this during my upkeep. Am I supposed to use the LED? I think I'm supposed to use LED to pay for that Slaughter Pact, so that way I can rip Tolaria West and go get Karakas with it. I think that's true. Like, holding the Lions item doesn't do anything else for me, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna pay for the Slaughter Pact using using the LED. Oh, no, I have Walking Ballista. This is 1, 2, 3, so that's fine. Oh, do we actually have lethal? I do actually have lethal here. This is really funny. So what we get to do here is we can activate this ballista twice. That's actually an extra time. So we get to attack with both of these. They're obligated to block this, and then I get to maze this, make this a 5/5, hit them for 5, and then ballista them to death. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. What a good putting an extra counter on here. What just good clean living. This deck's so fucking hilarious. Just like the lines are great. Let me tell you about sweet lines. Put a counter in here. The kids are upstairs right now. Boop. Boop. He's this guy. Hit you for 5. Remove a counter. Shoot you. Nice, Grizzlebrand. It'd be a shame if you were to die to my Walking Ballista. Darn. Be a darn shame. Thank you for the cheers, Rollin. I do appreciate it. And look, all the pennies add up when everyone throws their extra 30 cents at me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna leave the Slaughter Pact in here, I think. These Tormod's Crypts are excellent. These Flusterstorms are decent. The Surgical Extraction stays on the side for the Cunning Wish. This is not an Explosives matchup. This is not a Tabernacle matchup. What else is this not? This is probably an Infernal Tutor out, since I'm bringing in Flusterstorm. Tutor to Storm. I know Ballista was okay there, but that's probably an anomaly, right? Like, that card's probably not good in this matchup on average. I want all of my lands. I guess I don't necessarily need a Wasteland in this matchup, do I? I just trim a Lion's Eye Diamond. I feel like that's a card I could trim, especially if I'm trimming Tutor. Like these out. I guess LED's pretty good with Cunning Wish. Maybe it's just these two. Wasteland is occasionally really good because sometimes they stumble. Not actually sure which way I want to go here. I could see keeping a Tutor and keeping a Wasteland in, or cutting the Wasteland. Let's do this. This is 16 total converted mana cost. One of my subscribers submitted this deck list as a donation deck list. I'm not sure who made it originally, and we've been modifying and tuning it since. Yeah, there's an Ad Nauseam in the sideboard to wish for. I mean, this hand's great, right? Assuming we get a turn 1 without them having a giant idiot in play, we get to go this plus this. What does Zuran Orb do here? Let's just gain health back in case we've gone too low and can't Ad Nauseam combo anymore. Put mulligan to 6 and scryed bottom. Good for us. C is a decent draw. So for those that are unfamiliar with how Flusterstorm interacts with Chalice of the Void on 1, Chalice of the Void on 1 will trigger and counter the initial Flusterstorm that I'm casting. However, my Storm trigger will still resolve, and the Storm triggers from Flusterstorm will still require my opponent to pay mana for whatever spell they're casting. Turn. They have an Exhume. I have a Tormod script. I'm probably supposed to cast these. Probably just supposed to cast these. Pass the turn. And now we can play kind of like this waiting game, right? Where like I'm waiting to hit my Dark Depths or my Cunning Wish so I can kill my opponent. Does Infernal Tutor do it at this point? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I need 10 mana to Infernal Tutor kill, right? It's 2, 3, 5. Yeah, so we have 5 draws to kill our opponent. Dark Depths lets us kill them in 2 turns. Just gonna go ahead and Flusterstorm this while I have the mana available. And again, this extra trigger goes on the stack. I guess they could Simian Spirit Guide to pay for this. Opponent has conceded from the game. Alright. I mean, the game was probably heading in that direction eventually. I'll take the concession. Yeah, I'm trying Lion's Eye Diamonds, and I did not restart Magic Online this morning, so let's do that now. Good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We're hanging out, playing some Legacy Magic the Gathering this morning, kicking around a new configuration of Ad Nauseam with some Infernal Tutors and some Lion's Eye Diamonds. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, it helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Those both help support myself financially directly so I can spend more time doing stuff like this and less time doing other things. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you could save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, sleeves, etc. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. And welcome to everyone. Magic Online is reloaded. Let's head back on in for a third match. We're 1-1 in this league now with this configuration of Ad Nauseam. A couple of questions. We had a good morning. Good morning, Iman. Positive Sean, have you ever messed around with 1v1 commander leagues? I have. The format's pretty terrible. The fact that the matches are best of one, it makes them like far less enjoyable than they could be, I think. Like, you take a format that already has high variance because it's all singleton, and then like you crank that variance up to an 11 by what's the word I'm searching for? You crank that variance up to an 11 by making it best of one. You feeling okay? We are definitely at the tail end of a cold. So this hand technically has a turn 2 2020, right? We get to go stage, Dark Depths, crack my LED, discard my hand, make a 2020. You want to play a Walking Ballista for one here? Yeah, I think I want to play Walking Ballista for one. It requires playing this out for 0, but I think that's fine, because I think I'm going to just, like, go all in on... I think I'm going all in on this Dark Depths play next turn anyways, so, like, if I'm going to discard these cards anyways, I might as well play them out. Storm is 4, Walking Ballista, go. Cunning Wish is an interesting draw, but I don't think it changes anything for us here. If they leave planes up, I'm probably not going to go for it. Since I drew the Cunning Wish, I have, like, time. Yeah, I'm going to wait and see if we can draw a Chalice or some more mana here. God, I am so... Just the smartest, thinnest streamer on Twitch, really. One could argue the smartest and the thinnest. So Chalice, old Chalice the Void here. Let us counter our Swords to Plowshares. We might get tagged by a counterspell and be sad, but they have like forces and spell pierces and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. I think waiting was right here. Especially if I didn't draw the Cunning Wish, I'd probably just shove. But like the Cunning Wish gives us like an okay backup plan. Force Pitch Standstill. Interesting. Okay. It's a shame we don't have another actual land to play this turn because I can't play Slayer Dark Depths because it's legendary. Myth Realized, sure. Mox Opal, that doesn't really do anything for me, right? No, this deck top 8'd one of the challenge events. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it at this point. I guess I could wait till I hit one more land so I can hold this LED. Alright, I'm gonna wait till I hit one more land. That'll work too. This way, if I get plowed here, I get to keep my Lion's Eye Diamond in my hand. I could go for it at sorcery speed on my turn. I don't think that's a good idea. Then I get blown out by Jace in addition to plow. Yeah, see, if I go for it on my turn, this Jace just gets me. This does mean my opponent's going to have 3 more looks at a Swords to Plowshares here. So like it's very possible that like by being kind of conservative here, I should have just like made them have it on 2 and killed them. Good morning, Declan. Did you have a good nap? Sleep? I guess technically you've just woken up for the morning. I'm gonna make them have it here at this point. I think I probably punted by making them wait this long. I think I should have just made them have it on 2. You want pick? What show you want? Opponent does not have it. Never had it. Alright, should have gone for it earlier. It's definitely not a Tabernacle matchup. Maze seems fine. Flusterstorm seems great. Slaughter Pact might be okay. Engineered Explosive seems fine. What show you want? You want to watch Masks? So I'm not quite sure. This might be an LED Tutor out matchup, just because like they have counter spells potentially. Like going in on the LED plan is less appealing when they have counter spells. It's definitely the case. I think I like this. I don't think I want extra ballista or extra near explosive, but the first of each is fine. I think I'm happy with this configuration. So 2 tutors, 2 Flusterstorms, and a bunch of wishes. It's pretty good. Chalice the Void's pretty important in this matchup. That's a great draw. Lets us, So do I want to bin this? I think I want to bin this Maze of Ith, right? Because that means next turn I can transmute this for Dark Depths. Which is pretty good for us. And like if this gets forced, then something else isn't getting forced later. It all kind of comes together. Days. Alright, I forgot they play that card. Sure. Do this and pass. It makes sense. They're more of a tempo deck. Less miracles, more tempo. I could just draw the Dark Depths naturally like the powerful wizard that I am. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to just like go get a Chalice? So we're definitely playing this. The question is what I want to do with this Tolaria West. I think it's just go get a Chalice, right? I think it's just go get a Chalice. Yeah. Chalice the Void Plow is our best way for opponent to interact with this combo. Chalice the Void locks them out of that axis. No, transmute is a sorcery speed action. Stand still, sure. Let's see, we could get forced here. They got the draw 3, it's like this force isn't card disadvantage, which kind of sucks. And then the question becomes, do I want to crack this LED and go all in on this Dark Depths? No, why would you have to pay extra mana? And once your opponent can't put abilities on the stack while you're casting a spell, and once your Bedlam Reveler's on the stack, it doesn't matter if the number of things in your graveyard changes, because that's not how Magic works. Oh, that's fair, Ghost Empire. Like they have to have the plow, and then if they have the plow, I draw 3 cards. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was supposed to be the line. I like that. Yeah, I didn't think about that line. I was like, well, this forces them to have the force plus the plow. But yeah, I think you're right. I could have just done that. I was like, they could just plow me, and I have the Chalice to stop that, but then I'd have drawn 3 cards, and then like the Cunning Wish plus those extra cards probably means I win the game. Back to basics. All right. Well, now we're gonna make them have it, and then probably concede when they do. I think the person in chat is correct that I should have made them crack their own standstill. Like if they had the plow, make them crack their own standstill. Yep. No, that's not how Magic works. You only cast pay for your spell once. I wonder if I'm supposed to play this out on 1. Maybe? The good news, I'm at a nice comfortable 40. So if we just like redraw some of these, we'll be okay. Yeah, I definitely think we should have made them crack their own standstill. They took a bad line and then I punted back, basically, is what happened. It's a good draw. Makes us makes part of our combo good. Need a stage plus one more. Force pitching Snapcaster. Okay. Just want to beat us down with this Mithrilize. Fair. Declan Scott, leave your brother alone. Declan Scott, the police car does not drive on top of the fire truck. It does here, Dad. Yeah, don't be a jerk. Alright, yep, let's go. Ancient Tomb. I'm here to educate JW, so I'm glad you're getting something out of it. This is a good draw. It means Thespian stage lets us combo now. Will probably be the only league this morning I don't like to stream while they're both up. They need to referee while they're both awake. Oh, your life is tough, huh? Maybe you shouldn't be mean to him. Maybe you shouldn't be mean to him. This technically lets me kill this, but that doesn't sound very good. Declan was sleeping late, Immortal. So I decided to pop on. But now Declan is awake, so we'll probably finish this league and then be done. No, I don't think so. What am I cunning wishing for? Like, what's the line? What are we getting out of that? Can you use your words? Don't just say do the thing. Why with what? What's the goal? What are we accomplishing by doing the thing you're suggesting? That's so awkward. We just need to draw any land there. If we drew any land, we could do this. And then Cunning Wish with these two in play. And then crack this in response. And like get Ad Nauseam and cast Ad Nauseam here. But now it's not going to be an option. Yeah, we're real close. I just needed any fucking land in my deck. So I could do this. Now, I think because that's not an option, I think we're in play this. Yeah, I think we're in the play this. Let them have some cards here. And then, like, Infernal Tutor for... Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Like hoping they have like stone nothing in like 3 different ways. No, not a favorite to win here. Like I said, I think the mistake that Chad identified earlier where we should have made them crack their own thing to give us 3 cards is what should have happened. I didn't do that. There's no guarantee we win the game if we end up taking that line, but I think it was better for us. I'll grab Thespian stage here. And again, it's like, do I want to? I don't think their deck plays Wasteland. So I think I'd rather pass the turn and play around Jace here, because we know they play Jace. So this way they don't get to Jace on summon our thing. It's not a Wasteland. And if they have Snapcaster or Plow, they have Snapcaster or Plow, we'll just move on to the next game. But, like, we're definitely in the business of making them have it at this point, right? Yep. Alright. Good beat. Yeah, I should have made a couple different things that could have gone better for us there. You feel like I could have made that different play earlier, and I also definitely could have unfortunately we didn't draw a land there at the end. I think I was gonna click submit. Is this Slaughter Pact worse than this Engineered Explosives? Probably. It's probably worse. This Engineered Explosives could technically kill Humility too. Okay, let's do this. No, that's not how layers work. Also, I think someone in chat said they messaged me on Facebook. I don't respond to messages on Facebook. I use that for personal stuff. So you should message me on Twitch, Twitter, or on Discord if you're one of my subs. So, nothing personal against you. It's just my Facebook is only for personal stuff. See, it just doesn't do much, right? I think I could do better. It also doesn't do a lot. What do you want to pick? What, you woke up cranky this morning, huh? You slept extra and then you still woke up cranky? Let's just call it a day on that game, move on to the next one. I don't think I really like this configuration. Lion's Eye Diamond really kind of makes us more all-in, and I think one of the reasons why this deck is good is because it's not all-in on its combos. Like, it has, like, these backup and these secondary plans. And without the Lion's Eye Diamond, the Infernal Tutor is a little bit clunky. So, also we've had, like, a number of games where, like, right, like, we're kind of seeing in these games where, like, my assessment of, like, playing Ancestral Visions feels pretty good, because Ancestral Visions allows us to, like, have kind of, like, this longevity in these games where we just, like, both play Drago for a bunch of turns. So I think I like this configuration less than the other ones that we played in the past. It seems okay. It's, like, not exciting, but it's fine. It's got Urborg, it's got Depth, it's got Chalice, it's got turn 1 Chalice. We need a Thespian stage to have our combo lined up. Lion's Eye Diamond's actually great draw here, because it means I can do this and then get to use this Mox Opal to cast the Chalice instead of cracking my Lotus Petal. I actually have a turn 2 combo set up here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 mana short of a turn 2 combo. So if we had a piece of fast mana, we had a Lotus Petal or a Mox Opal next turn, we can go for it. My opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Who boards like their Storm? I feel like I should board like their Storm. They could be Delver, I suppose. Maybe I just, like, hedge and, like, bring in Flusterstorm. Like, trim this. Usually what I do. I want to just like hedge and like go pretty minimal here. If there's Storm, I'm going to be sad that I don't have these Crypts in my deck, but Flusterstorm's good at both those matchups, so let's just submit to get a little bit more information out of this next one. Well, a better comparison is that the LEDs would be visions, and the tutors would be so like this hand has a turn 2 if this was a hex mage. It's turn 3 as is. If our opponent's playing a combo deck, this hand's not fast enough. I think I just keep assuming they could be on a fair mid-range deck. It could be Storm. I feel like it's Storm or Delver with the concession to the Chalice on one there. Could go either way. Fetch, Trop, go, you say. Bring extraction every matchup, right? Still be either. This could still be Storm, even though they fetched a Trop, because Storm has Abrupt Decay in their sideboard a lot of the time, involving a Trop and a Bayou. It could be a Delver deck. Could definitely be a Delver deck. I don't think there's any certainty one way or another. Good pickup. Playing this is good if they're on Storm. It's a little bit medium if they're on Delver, because they likely have a Daze or a Spell Pierce, but might as well get it in here. Okay, sweet. So not Storm. Not Storm's actually pretty good, because it gives us a lot of time with this hand. Gives us a lot of time. Tarmogoyf. Okay, is in fact Temur Delver. I think I'm just playing this and then putting a stop on their upkeep. They definitely have Wasteland in their deck, so I don't want to give them a chance to play Wasteland, but I'm pretty confident they can't take this 20/20 off the table. I'm doing this during their upkeep because this way if my opponent stifles me, they're down a mana on their turn. Because they could stifle this activation to buy themselves a turn. I'd like to keep this one. AK 2020, please. Oh, are you stifling the wrong thing? Okay, so this is a good learn how to magic lesson for my opponent and everyone in chat. You can't stifle this trigger. This trigger is a state-based action that says every time this thing doesn't have counters on it and state-based actions are checked, we get a 20/20. So you need to use Stifle to stifle the Thespian stage activation. You can't actually stop the combo with Stifle. You can just delay it for a turn. But now my combo's not even going to be delayed. Their Stifle resolves, the state-based action immediately goes back on the stack and makes a 20/20 again. So welcome to Legacy, opponent. I hope you learned a valuable lesson here. Correct. Yeah, people just like assume. You want water? You want water? Okay, I'll get you something to drink. People just assume like someone spent a bunch of money on Legacy cards, they know how Magic the Gathering works. That's not true. A lot of people have no idea how Magic the Gathering works. Anyone who's been watching the stream will know that about a coin flip for them to do it wrong is correct. Alright, let's find the last match in this league. Magic is a weird game. I mean, it's a very consistent game if you understand the rules. All this person plays is miracles. Which actually makes their username quite funny, right? It is unfair. Our deck is like the fairest deck around. This hand doesn't do much, right? I guess it kind of does stuff. Alright, I'm gonna keep. Stifle resolves, trigger Dark Depths. I believe they've been playing back to basics in their main deck. This person streams a little bit. Hey, do not hit your brother. So here's an interesting question. Am I supposed to just like set up the combo? I feel like I kind of want to play this out. You want pretzels? You want pretzels? You want pretzels? Yes? No? Maybe? Alright, that's actually an okay draw. Pretz. Because this means I can transmute this Tolaria West and play Chalice at the same time. Love to discard a land. This is probably going to eat a counterspell, but like, we're gonna need to get through their counterspells at some point anyways, right? Like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Hey, look, there's another person that would do it wrong. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana right now. Do you have Force of Will? They did, in fact, find a force. What you are asking is a legal play. It's not a play that's going to result in you being happy, but it is in fact a legal play. We could transmute for Thespian stage, but that doesn't sound particularly appealing to me. Sure. I have another force, that's sad. So we need a piece of fast mana here to Ad Nauseam this turn. Or an Ancient Tomb. I mean, Ancient Tomb... Ancient Tomb or Lotus Petal explicitly. Mox Opal and Mox Diamond don't do it. We already have an Ancient Tomb in our bin, which kind of sucks. The way things ended up lining up here, I kind of wish we would have kept this Ancient Tomb, right? So we have 6 straws to let us cast Ad Nauseam next turn. Remember, I have to pay for the Slaughter Pact. I can't just do this because I could lose the game. Not losing the game is ideal. All right, let's go. In the words of a great man, kill me! Force? I feel like they have the force and they paused on the Cunning Wish. They don't. Okay, so 16. There's how many? There's how many converted mana costs in my deck? It's 18 right now. And I drew a Wish. There's 15. And I'm starting at 16. Hey! Hey! Do not hit your brother. I believe we're exactly low enough. We have 15 in our deck right now. So for those of you that haven't seen this deck combo before, we now play out a bunch of artifact mana from our hand, and then we Cunning Wish for a Lightning Storm and kill our opponent with Lightning Storm. Should they have a counterspell that they're saving for some reason, we can also Cunning Wish for a Flusterstorm here. So you don't want to let me actually Ad Nauseam. You don't want to assume you're going to be able to counter me after I've gone off. The other version of this deck I've been playing has a Pact of Negation in the main deck too. This version doesn't because Pact isn't a combo with LED. Going to Conceding, not this other Lightning Storm. Just probably want to know what our win condition was. You considered Brain Freeze in the sideboard as alternative win condition. I like it more than Lightning Storm. Well, then you still need to play the Lightning Storm so you can beat Emrakul's, right? So like, it's like that doesn't sound very good because like I have to play this card in addition to the card I'm playing anyways. So it's like, well, if I still have to play this other card, like what good is that one? Because the Grape Shot kill is always redundant. So someone asked why we're not just playing a traditional Storm card. That takes a slot in your deck. And every card in your deck that takes converted mana cost has a very real cost to it because it's a higher health total you need to start going off with your Ad Nauseam, because we can't draw our whole deck if there's more converted mana cost in our deck than we have health. So what you're suggesting, this deck has a very real deck building constraint on it. So Brain Freeze is okay, but it doesn't beat Emrakul's, which is a real problem in Legacy. And like, if I'm gonna have to play this Lightning Storm to beat Emrakul's anyways, why do I need a redundant win condition? Like, the only time this doesn't work is when my opponent's gained a bunch of health, and that's usually not a real thing in Legacy, and even when that comes up, you can Dark Depths kill them, right? And like, they have to be like, we can deal like 40 usually with this Lightning Storm, so we have 29 lanes in our deck, so usually there's 20 or so we can discard to this. If you look at past videos on my YouTube channel, we had the original build that someone submitted had Grape Shot in it, and Grape Shot's just like not good. Yeah, I agree. If we could Cunning Wish for Tendrils of Agony or Grape Shot, that would 10 out of 10 just be the win condition, just like play a regular Storm card. But because we can't Cunning Wish, we would have to do Brain Freeze. I don't think that's worth it. You have enough mana to get Surgical, says Trap. It's an easier win. The Surgical is interesting. Maybe the Surgical makes it worthwhile. The problem is, like, I don't actually think this build with Lion's Eye Diamonds is better, and my other build that I've been playing has less artifacts in it. It only has 12 of these, which means we might be short on Storm count a number of times. Although I suppose we could argue we could play out these Chalice of the Voids and this and stuff like that, so there's definitely a strong argument that that's the case. Right, anywho, I think I've sideboarded how I want to sideboard here. I think this hand's fine. I think mana plus Chalice is a keep. It's got half a combo in it. I muted because my child was screaming in the background. Because it's tough being 3 sometimes. So I like to save chat from toddler rage whenever possible. I was gonna say drawing fast mana here would be great. This technically doesn't count. It doesn't let me Chalice for one-on-one. I'm just gonna play this out preemptively in case they have like, some of these decks still play Counterbalance. What does Zuran Orb do? Zuran Orb is a 0-cost artifact that lets you sacrifice a land to gain 2 health. One too late. So because their deck plays back to basics, I'm actually going to go ahead and play this out. Force pitching back to basics. Okay, so they have another back to basics in their hand then? Smells like a second back to basics. Or they just can't beat Chalice. So Lotus Petal's actually pretty good here because it turns on my Mox Opal, and my Thespian stages are going to copy their basic islands here, so that way they get to start untapping and make mana. So Thespian stage, target that. You're doing any modern today? I'm unsure. I think this is going to be my last match for the morning. Do I want to play this Wasteland out? I don't think I do. I think I want to hold the Wasteland for this Mox Diamond, potentially. I don't really want to play out another Opal, another Mox right now, because my opponent could potentially have Engineered Explosives or something like that in their deck. I'd like to play around that, potentially. Turn this into a basic island as well. I wonder if I'm supposed to copy Plains with this one, actually, so that way when if they have a Pithing Needle... I think we're definitely in the market of making them have Swords to Plowshares here. If they don't shuffle on this, I'm not making a 2020. Hey, Jacob, what's the problem? Can you show me, bud? Shuffled their deck. All right, so the fact that they shuffled means I'm going for it. And they're dead. All right, sweet. We hit the 3-2. I like this archetype a lot. I don't know what butter means, dude. I need to figure out what that word means in Declanese so you can translate it. So, I think it tracks with the cheers. You catch us right at the end, bud. I appreciate it. My cup runneth over with the track spit bomb. So, anywho, feedback on this configuration. I don't think I was a fan of the Lion's Eye Diamond and the Infernal Tutors. I think they felt clunkier than what we were doing before. I think I was going to play more Land Nauseum. I would recommend. And the resub. Thanks, Trax. That's a big bomb there. My cup explodeth over. I think I much prefer the Hex Mage configuration that we played, and I think I like this better than the a traditional one we were playing with Grape Shot and stuff like that in it. The original version that was originally submitted. This version feels really powerful. I have 2 4-1s and a 3-2 with this configuration. I think the Ancestral Visions are great. Getting to play Pact of Negation is kind of sweet. Walking Ballista is a card that's really overperformed in this archetype for me. Been super happy with that. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the details have really come together on this deck, and I'm excited to play a little bit more with it in the future. At any rate, I'm signing off for now because you can hear both the kids are awake and Jake is upset in the background. So I'm gonna catch all of y'all later. I'm gonna sneak back on this afternoon when the kids go down for a nap, and I will catch all of y'all later. I have a directional microphone. They still pick up a lot of ambient noise. So peace, folks. I'll be back later.